I got your number. I'll shoot you a text or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Let us know how you do.
Nice to meet you
Good
guys
luck.
again.
Yeah.
Good luck to you. Good luck.
It's November 14th, and Aaron and I came into the spot where Greg shot his buck last year. We just pulled these stands, and the reason behind that is we got here. There's actually a guy from Vermont, drew his buck tag this year for Iowa. He was hunting not even 60 yards from here. He shot at a nice 8-pointer. He missed him. We tried helping him find some blood, but there was nothing. So it's about, I don't know, 9:30, 10 o'clock now. We're gonna pack these stands way back in here a little further, get away from these people. There's been a lot of hunting pressure on the public this year, so we got a lot of work ahead of us, so we better get marching.
By 1 o'clock, John and Aaron have settled into their afternoon stands. At the same time, in south central Kansas, Matt and Josh Tatum are doing final prep work in their redneck hay bale blind when the first deer of the day catches them off guard.
Setting up here tonight. We've already had a 2.5-year-old come through while we were setting up, so it's shaping up to be a pretty good night. I think right now these bucks are locked up right now. So we've been keying on these stands and blinds that are tucked up real close to the bedding areas, hopefully catching either a buck locked down with a doe moving through, or a buck that has lost a doe and is looking for another one. So, and also being 75 degrees right now, we've got a pond off to our north, so we also expect some of these deer to stop in and get a drink. So shaping up to be a pretty good evening so far, so we'll see how it unfolds. It's awesome.
Matt and Josh Tatum are hunting out of a redneck hay bale blind that they've tucked up under a cedar tree. Thick, scrubby bedding areas like this often don't offer a good tree for a stand setup, but are perfect for the right ground blind. As you can tell, these deer don't pay any attention to the redneck hay bale blind.
Frigid Forge Trophy Clover is my choice when creating poor man's plots, small food plots that we make on a budget using just hand tools. This seed blend has several varieties, and at least one does well in every condition. The seed germinates well and grows fast, producing a huntable food plot by the first fall. Hoyt has produced a long and rich line of target bow success. This level of experience gives Hoyt engineers an advantage when creating the ultimate hunting machines, bows that are both rugged and as super accurate as their best target models. Realtree makes 12 different styles of their famous and highly functional easy hanger. You can find one that is perfect for holding your bow close at hand, stowing your gear, or positioning a video camera where you can easily capture your hunt. There's even a model that allows you to quickly attach a trail camera to a tree.
Where's he at? There's a little buck come running through. I didn't see her. But there's a little buck come through. Looks about like that other one. Well, it's about 4:30. Just had a doe and a 2.5-year-old come by about Mach 5. They come by so quick. I think Josh was just able to get a little clip of them. So the doe, I think, was only about 5 or 6 yards in front of us. But hopefully she stays this block of timber. and maybe contract a mature buck in here, so we'll see how the rest of the night goes. Buck right in, here he comes. They're gonna fire right. Get it, you got your go. Got your GoPro out there running. Here we go. No way. Keep an eye over in case it ain't that same buck that got smacked by. There he is right here. There he is. Where is he? Oh, he's good. Is it him? It's him. Meh. Can we shoot it? Whatever you want right there. Meh. Watch him, watch him, watch him, watch him. Oh, man. That is the craziest hunt. Having a hunt down 3 bucks and the big shooter comes in. Yes. Yes. That is intense, man. Oh my goodness.
Trail cameras have become a super important part of our hunting strategy now. On the new Muddy trail cameras, we have fast trigger speeds, time-lapse mode on the ProCam 12, and very crisp, sharp nighttime images. So you can tell what you're looking at. These are all factors that help us to better identify and pattern the bucks that we're hunting.
When hunting public land, sometimes you have to get creative with your access. One of the things that we like to use is our Cabela's Advanced Angler Kayak. It's a sit-on-top kayak, and it's got a lot of storage on top of the kayak and inside of the kayak. This allows us to get all of our equipment to the spot that we plan on hunting. When hunting public land, most of the time we're hunting in thick cover, close to bedding areas. To be prepared for any shot, I use the Cybex multi-pin sight. This allows me to draw and shoot when the action's fast in any situation, and I can trust that the sight is going to withstand any of the punishment that I put it through.
Trophy rock is all natural, sold exactly the way it comes out of the ground from the mines located in Utah. You don't have to wonder what additives have been used to create this ideal mineral. There's nothing man could do to make it better. As the sun sets, Matt and Josh head to TJ Prater's house to share the good news.
If you guys got in there, I figured that doe.
I think it's him. He's just a big, just real pretty 10, man.
That's what it is. If it's the one I'm thinking of, we got pictures of him down on the creek.
So I mean, but like I said, for sure one lung,
I'm
and maybe
happy,
two.
bud.
So we'll give him a few hours and we'll go get him.
That's awesome.
Back on public land, John and Aaron hear footsteps in the leaves.
You may have to grunt at him. Okay. I've got him. Stop him, man. You're gonna stop him. You're gonna have to take your time, okay? There's another one behind him. Bigger one? No. What? No. No. Okay, no, it's not. Shut him down. Wait. Stop. On the bigger one, he's 35.
We're wrapping up our evening sit here. We had that encounter with that really good buck, but it was definitely a deer that I think any of us would have shot, but it's a 50-50 shot. Either I would have cleared all the brush and got him good, or I would have hit something and things could have went bad. So not something that I'm really upset about not taking. Stinks I didn't get the deer, but we're gonna get down out of here, see how the other guys did tonight, and try to get out of here without spooking anything.
As John and Aaron make their 1.5-mile journey back to the truck, Matt, Tatum, and crew take up the blood trail.
Well, we're back out here. I think we've got one lung and liver, but we'll have to jump on blood here and assess whether we want to keep tracking him tonight or come back in the morning.
There's blood right there.
Yep.
Right there.
Blood. There's blood right there.
Blood.
Right here. I know where do you go? Hey, there's a knock right here. See the knock? It's right there. Hey, I got the knock. Hopefully he's with it, but we'll see. Knock. Careful. Yes, there he is!
He's huge, Dad!
Oh man, he is. Come on. All right, we gotta get across the fence right here.
Yeah.
Oh, I think he's done. All right, get him. Oh man, look at that.
There's a leaf on his whiskers.
He's got a leaf on his whiskers.
Yeah.
Man, I tell you what, I was kind of getting nervous there. We were just picking up drop here, drop there. And probably if we would have got to this fence, we'd have probably just backed out. I mean, with that shot, it was a little bit quartering to us, and we thought we had at least one lung and liver. And man, I couldn't be any happier with this guy. I mean, just an awesome hunt, man. Just an awesome hunt. He's got good 2s, 3s, good 4. I mean, awesome main beams. Man, just an awesome deer.
He's a monster, Dad.
He is a monster. I can't be any happier than to put my tag on this buck. That's 3 for us now. All we got's Derek's left. So hopefully he can tag out with a good buck, and that'll be 4 bucks on film for us, and we've never been able to do that. So, and all with good deer. So hopefully he can finish it up. He's got a few more days here left, and the weekend looks pretty good. So hopefully we get it done.
Matt took this great buck with an Easton Axis arrow. Retaining the same small diameter as the popular FMJ, the Axis is lighter and faster, so you get a flatter trajectory without giving up much in the way of penetration that has made the FMJ a mainstay for our pro staff. Muddy Outdoors offers the complete system for those of you that like to use the hang and hunt method on whitetails. Their climbing sticks pack easily to the back of their tree stands, and accompanied with a set of muddy backpack straps, you can pack your entire setup in and out with ease each time you go to the woods. So if you're wanting to try the hang and hunt method, head over to Muddy Outdoors where you can get all the gear you need.
We've had very good success with the Ozonics units in tree stands, but they are almost foolproof in ground blinds. By placing the unit over the open window, we basically create a curtain of ozone that destroys nearly all odor that would otherwise leave the blind. Accuracy is always the most important goal for any shot. That is why, as the arrow speeds increase, I shoot mechanical heads. Rocket has been making accurate mechanical heads since the early 1990s. They were one of the first companies to produce these models, and their time-proven designs still work today. One of the biggest challenges we face when planting food plots is getting larger seeds, like soybeans, in the ground at the proper depth. Doing this requires a drill or planter. You can't just throw them out in hope. This is one of the strengths of the RTP Genesis seeder. It plants large seeds at the perfect depth for consistent germination and a solid stand. The next morning, John Lewis decides to go duck hunting, so Zach Fehrenbaugh takes his place. Zach heads back to the public land to hang a new set, just across the ditch from where John and Aaron encountered 3 bucks the evening before.
Basically, we're almost to the head of this, or end of this little ditch. We'll get the main ditch. We'll follow that right around to that point. Well, we just had 2 does and 2 fawns come right down the pipe. But basically, where we're at this morning is this ridge top that on the south side of the ridge has a really thick area. And we scouted this summer, Aaron, Preston, and I. And actually, John and Aaron hunted it last night and saw 3 really good bucks. But how it sets up is there's this thicket on top of this ridge. And the deer are coming off the crop fields in the morning and bedding. With the south wind, they can bed at the end of this point and look down over the hill in this open timber. Aaron's pretty sure that the bucks that they saw last night stood up out of these beds. And we're actually a little bit closer to the beds where he thought those bucks stood up from. We're just on the downwind side of this bedding area, and those does did exactly what we want a buck to do. Stay right on that transition line, walk this trail that's 20 yards from us. We keep hearing something down this ditch here, so hopefully a buck pushes those does back over here. Thought I heard him over there. Come on down here. No. Don't do that. He's gonna follow the trail of those doves this morning, I got a feeling. Come right down the pipe. I hope so. Before the night's over, we'll get a crack at him, I think. did exactly what we thought he was going to do. He worked right on the same trail that those does came in this morning and headed up to where they went into that bedding area. My hope is that he goes to the end of this point and beds down. It's a great rut bed for a buck to bed at the end of this point, right towards evening, because if he beds there, he's got the wind at his back, and he can look over that hill and see any does coming up to this crop field, and then he can follow them up.
As the sun dips below the horizon, the timber comes alive. Zach watches as 3 bucks come out of the bedding area.
That's him, isn't it? No, that's a different buck. That's a different buck. You're rolling good on him. Oh, yeah. Oh, is that? What's this thing? That's the one, right? That's the big 8. Okay. Come down here. Well, our night's wrapping up here, and seems like the party has left what we are now calling the timber nest. We're gonna come back in tomorrow for sure, and we're gonna hunt on the other side of this ridge. It's gonna basically be the same entry, just on the other side of the ridge. So a lot of those bucks ended up being right over there where Aaron and I picked a tree this summer. So it's probably where we're gonna try to get to in the morning, and hopefully at least one of those nice bucks does what they did today.
The public land crew's summer scouting for buck beds continues to pay off with regular mature buck encounters. Summer blood and sweat has put the 500s in position to experience their best season yet. Now, as Zach fine-tunes the timber nest stand, he feels it is only a matter of time before a buck presents a shot. As the rut reaches its 3rd week, there is a noticeable dip in the number of hunters. Even on public land, the pressure is a fraction of what it was when the calendar page flipped. The woods and fields now have a lonelier feel, colder winds, grayer skies, shorter days, and fewer hunters. There is less fanfare and excitement surrounding each day now. It has become a routine fueled by gritty determination to give the final days all you have. While most are back at work, you are freezing in a tree, feeling privileged that you are still out there chasing November.